Hi everyone, I hope you're well. So we're going to create style sheets using specific instructions. So in an exam they would give you style sheet instructions with the following. We want the header 1, header 2, header 3, list and paragraph. We want it styled in this way here. And for this specific assignment they have given us how to do this. So yeah, in exam this is what they will give you. In some exams they actually do give you the style sheet and you just have to make a few adjustments to it. So first of all we have to load Notepad and key in the following text to create the style sheet shown here. They give us a tip. Once you have completed one line of the style sheet, copy it and paste it for the second line. You then have to make only minor changes rather than type in the whole line, which will save time. Okay, so since we are using computers, it's good to copy and paste. So just make sure that you type in everything over here, header 1, put in the curly brackets. We can say the font family is going to be Arial, and it is sans serif. And since we're done now with the font family, we're going to add the next thing in the list and make sure that you use a semicolon. If you were to use a normal colon, then it's not going to read. So you just type in everything exactly as you see here. I have actually created this in Notepad to save time on the video, and I just want to show you. Open with Notepad. Okay, so I have already done this, and you can see that I have exactly what they have. And I'm going to read this with you. Look carefully at each line of the style sheet and notice how the lines match the required styles. Okay, before I go on, I just want to make sure that if you were to just follow all of these things over here, if you completed this first line over here, then you just copy and paste and you just change that to a 2. Font family now is Times New Roman, so instead of saying Arial, now you just type in Times New Roman, and instead of saying sans serif, it's just serif. So just use your mouse and keyboard to make this efficient as possible. So just so that you know, that's what this tip says over here. Just copy and paste and change a few things. They say notice the way the font for each style is specified. Okay, first a font name is given, Arial or Times New Roman. If the font name is more than one word, the font name used must be enclosed between quote marks like this. Okay, so there's more than 2 words there, so you put in the quotation marks, and after the font name and a comma, the words sans serif or serif are used. This is so that if the required font is not available with the browser, then an alternative serif or sans serif font can be used. So they can't find Arial, so they'll find something that's similar, which is a sans serif or just a serif. And if you forgot what the difference is between those, it's basically if there's a little line at the bottom of the text, then it's gonna show. So this is so that if the required font is not available, okay, we have that. Notice that the colors of the fonts are specified like this. Color, and it's American spelled, and you say navy. There are 16 colors that have names, and these are black, silver, gray, white, maroon, red, purple, fuchsia, green, lime, olive, yellow, navy, blue, teal, and aqua. There are many other colors that you can use, but they are accessed using hexadecimal codes, and further information about the colors and their codes can be found at this website. So you can just you can just retype that. We can't copy and paste because this is on a PDF. In the style for the list, okay, so you'll see LI for list. Notice that the type of bullet used for the list can be specified like this. So the list style type, is here, and we've decided on the circle, and you can see here the circle is going to be these open circles over here. This means a circle is used for the bullet. Here's a summary of the types of bullet you can have, and you don't have to memorize anything. It would be in the instructions. You don't have to worry about that, just so that you know the different types of ones. And just save this style sheet in your HTML folder using the file name stylesheet.css, and this is exactly what I saved mine as. Okay, so I'm just going to say don't save, and then you're now going to create a web page that makes use of the style sheet you have just created. Make sure you have typed in everything exactly like you see there. So the HTML code is here. Just copy all of this. I'm just going to close this, don't save, and we can just open. Okay, so you are going to have to retype this. So you just open Notepad, and on Notepad you just type in all of this information in here. Okay, and after that you just call it second web page with a style sheet, and then load your web browser software and click on the file and then open. Okay, so all you have to do is, if you have completed that, saved it as a HTML file, just double click and then you can see everything here looks like the one in the textbook. So we have it like here. And what I wanted to show you was, if for some reason, I know especially with the scanned in document, sometimes that looks like a normal colon. So I just want to show you what difference it would make if I go into my style sheet and I actually change that into a colon. Let's make all of these. So a semicolon separates items in a list. So I'm just gonna copy that. Where's this? Okay, so now you can see I changed that, and it would happen anywhere here. So it means that our color won't show. So I think the rest of the things would show, and I'm just gonna say I pressed Ctrl S for saving, so it has been saved. So now if I open this, you can see it no longer has the color. So the original one had one, and even if I just refresh this, it's going to lose the color. It didn't change the font as far as I believe. And yeah, so just make sure that you have semicolons between the different lists, because this first part is the first item in the list. It's just the font family. Between the next two, it's just the color. That's the next list. Font size, and yeah, so basically the semicolon separates the items in the list of what we want in header 1. So I hope that helps, and just make sure that for every step, so after you've done this, you just paste in a screenshot of how you have done that. So I think for the first one you can just Notepad, okay, I can just take a screenshot of that, and I can just paste in my screenshot of how I typed this, and I'm sure you guys know by now how to make screenshots for the marker to see what you have done in your Notepad files. And just make sure to name it according to what I said here on the instructions: name, surname, style sheet. So that's the name you're going to give to this specific document, and then you're just going to say save as, browse, and you're going to save this as a PDF. The name you get on the assignment. So let me just open this. So if you don't want to just open this the whole time, you just copy that. And you can leave out the PDF because it's going to save as a PDF anyway. And I'm just going to save it under downloads, and boom, and then you can just upload that. So I hope that helps. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye.